Hey mama, I'm Trish, and I need to tell you something that might tick off some people in the birth world. Birth doesn't have to be terrifying. It just needs to stop being a stinking mystery. After 16 years as a labor and delivery nurse, catching over 1,000 babies and birthing 6 of my own, I got fed up watching scared, unprepared moms walk into delivery rooms. So I created the birth education I wish every mama had. Real talk from someone who's been on both sides of that delivery room door. Right now, I'm giving you everything: my 3 signature birth courses, monthly support calls, my brand new birth pod class, and 30 days free in our mama membership. Plus, I'm shipping you my labor birth comb absolutely free. This little tool is a game changer for natural pain relief during contractions. That's over $4,300 worth of birth education, plus a physical tool delivered to your door. Your body was made for this, mama, but you need to know your options. Get the Calm Birth Bundle at labornursemama.com/calm, C-A-L-M, because confident mamas have better births. You get a 14-day money-back guarantee, lifetime access, and it's available right now inside our app. Stop letting birth be a mystery. Get educated, get empowered, get the bundle, and get your birth comb free. Today, we're talking about something every new mom thinks will be simple until she's actually in it. And that is leaving the house with a newborn. And I promise you, this episode is going to save your sanity, settle your fears, and help you step out of that house confidently with your calm mama energy, even when everything feels so brand new. Your booty is leaking, your boobies are leaking, and you feel overwhelmed. Hey friend, it's Trish, and if you're listening today with a baby sleeping on your chest or tucked in the car seat next to you, or you're still pregnant, just know that I see you. You guys know we're preparing for my sweet little granddaughter over here at labor nurse Gigi's house. I've been exactly where you are 7 times over. So even as a labor nurse, as a mama, as now a Gigi, with all of my experience, leaving the house in those early days still brought me a mix of excitement and straight up fear. So before we dive in, I'm going to give you guys 3 things today. 1, the real truth that not a lot of people talk about, a boundary script that stops strangers from touching your baby, and a grounding technique if you feel like you're losing it when you're out. And this works under 30 seconds when you're overwhelmed in public. The last one, it saved me more times than I can count. So stay with me and let's talk about what no one tells you: the emotional load, the invisible prep work that you have to do before you step outside that door, and the overwhelm and the subtle pressure that shows up the moment you crack open your front door. When you imagine that first outing, you're probably not thinking, what if I'm afraid? You're probably picturing something sweet and simple: a Target run with your sweet little baby, a quick coffee pickup, or maybe even just a slow walk around the neighborhood. And then reality hits. Suddenly, you're juggling schedules. You've got spit up, your boobs are leaking, cluster feeding, car seats, diaper explosions, intrusive thoughts, and the pressure to look like you've had a shower and look like you've had it all together. And nobody really prepares you for the mental load of just leaving the house with a newborn. So here's what I want you guys to hear. Nothing is wrong with you. I don't care if it's baby number 1 or baby number 7, like when I had Grayson. This is totally normal. This is mommyhood in real time. And your nervous system is adjusting, your hormones are shifting, you're sleep deprived, and you're stepping into this new identity while running on almost no sleep. And you've never had to leave the house with anyone but you, maybe, or maybe this is your second baby and you have a toddler. And of course, leaving the house feels huge. That does not mean you're doing it wrong. It means you're just a normal mom. And something wild that I didn't realize until baby number 3 is the fear of leaving the house isn't just about logistics. It's like part of like your identity. You're mourning that version of yourself who could just grab the keys and run. And that grief is real. And I want to honor that. We're going to honor that while also helping you step back into the world and outside of your little bubble. Fear is one of the biggest reasons new moms stay at home longer than they want to. And it could be fear of something going wrong, fear that something might happen that is bad, like a car wreck. And some of that's part of those intrusive thoughts. Fear that the baby will cry and everyone will judge you. Fear that your boobies will leak all over your shirt. Fear that you're going to forget something important. Fear that you won't handle it well. Fear that the world is just too stinking big and too unsafe. And mama, this is where we're going to take a breath, because the truth is confidence doesn't show up before the outing. It shows up after you step out that door. Just like labor, the momentum builds when you take the first steps. And I really would encourage you to take small baby steps, right? Maybe it's just for a coffee run or the pediatrician's visit. I'm going to tell you guys about one of my students, and we'll call her Sally. You know, that's my name I love to make up. Sally didn't leave her house for 4 weeks, not once. She went to that first baby appointment, but she was terrified that her baby would have a meltdown in public because she was dealing with a lot of crying. And she was just afraid that she would freeze. So we practiced on our Calm Mama Society postpartum hangout some 2-minute outing preparations. Walk to the mailbox, count to 120, come back. Some of the things that we did, she was crying because, not because it wasn't too hard, but because she realized she needed like someone to hold her hand and do these baby steps. This is so normal. And I say this all the time. The reason they use sleep deprivation in prisoner of war camps is because it works. You can't think straight. So even if walking to the mailbox feels overwhelming to you right now, you're not abnormal. Like, this is so normal. Or maybe you're just fearful. So I want you to have a mindset reframe. You know, I love these things around here. So instead of being like, what if something goes wrong? Flip it to, if something happens, I can handle it. I'm prepared and I know what to do. Here's the thing. You don't need to be perfect. Who cares if your baby cries? I mean, some of those moms that are listening are like, oh, I want a newborn. They're not judging you. You have to have a little self-compassion for yourself, some realistic expectations, and a simple plan. So say this with me right now out loud. I'm allowed to have a life and to have a baby. Say it 3 times. I'm allowed to have a life and to have a baby. And I know it sounds cheesy, but give yourself permission, because that calms your nervous system faster than any logical thought ever will. Now we're going to talk about some practical prep. And this is where we can turn your fear into a little bit of a structure. And then your structure will help you feel more confident. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I'm a checklist gal. So I'm going to give you guys the diaper formula that gets shared in all of my groups. So listen close. We're going to talk about packing. Pack light. Most moms are like throwing all the things in. They are overpacking. I call it compulsive packing disorder, not strategy. So here's a list. 1 or 2 outfits for the baby, an extra shirt for you if you're breastfeeding, 1 extra onesie. And now for your diapers, here's the formula. 1 diaper per hour you'll be out, plus 2. So 1 plus 2 per hour. Gone 1 hour, 3 diapers. Gone 4 hours, 6 diapers. This protects you from the triple poopy blowouts, right? And it also keeps your bag from being a literal storage unit. Wipies, a portable changing pad, a swaddle or a blanket, a burp cloth, if you're using a pacifier, if you're feeding with a bottle feeding supplies, and some sort of like breast pads if you're breastfeeding. Your wallet, your keys, your water, that's it. You do not need the entire nursery. I promise you. I love to keep a go bag by the door. So have that bag ready and then restock it with that list every night. That way, if you have to leave quickly, if you have to go on a short little errand, this removes the mental load of like, what am I forgetting? And this could be your partner's job. This could be your mother-in-law's job. This could be your mom's job. And that's going to cut your leaving the house fear in half. I promise you. The other thing is, don't time outings between naps and feeds. Go immediately after a feed. This gives you the best 45 to 90-minute window of calm. Timing is everything, and this one shift will change the game for you. The other thing, like I said before, is start small. Your first trip doesn't have to be a full-on grocery run. It could be a walk. It could be a drive. It could be a coffee pickup. It could be a 20-minute grocery run. And you're going to build with those small wins and give yourself so much more confidence. I promise you, take it small, baby steps. The other thing that I want to talk about, because a lot of my members talk about this, is getting really nervous, like starting to sweat because the baby is crying. Babies cry, girl. Your job is not to prevent crying. Your job is to respond to your baby. You're not being judged. I promise. Even if you feel like someone is side-eyeing you, that is their problem. That is not yours. And most people in public are so wrapped up in their own stuff, they're not really paying attention to you. Even if they look at you, they're probably not paying attention. And the judgment that we feel as moms is usually our own fear projected outward. You are doing such a good job, and it's okay if your baby cries. I want you to say that out loud. It's okay if my baby cries. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is, what do you do if people want to touch your baby? This is a big one. And a lot of people don't warn you how intense that protective instinct feels when you walk out with your baby in a store or wherever, when you're with your tiny little newborn and suddenly people think they need to put their hands in your baby's face. And I've even had elderly women try to kiss my baby. No, ma'am, this is not going to happen. So a boundary script that I want you to use, and this is the one that literally goes viral every time I share it. There's a couple, and we give a couple, is number one, we're keeping her hands off until she's a little older. And remember, as I always tell you guys, when you're setting boundaries with words, put your hand up, like stop. The other one is, oh, thank you so much, but I'm protecting her immune system, so no touching right now. And the last one is, thank you for being so excited. I know newborn babies are so enticing, but we're keeping space with her right now. These are firm, they're kind, and they're non-negotiable. And remember, put your hand up to say stop. That's a universal sign of stop. If you struggle with confrontation, which I know a lot of mamas do, here's your shift. You're not being rude. You are being protected of this baby that has been placed in your care. And your baby's safety matters more than someone else's feelings. It's not your responsibility how they feel. Seriously, I promise. So say this out loud, practice it, so when the moment comes, you'll be ready. And if someone reaches out towards you, step back slightly. Put your hand up again, gently like a stop sign, while you say the script that feels best for you. Body language plus words equals a boundary portrayed. Okay, so the other thing I want to talk about that I think a lot of people don't talk about is overstimulation and anxiety when you're out and about. So if you're out and you suddenly feel overwhelmed, here's your grounding plan. I want you to take 30 seconds, and I promised you at the beginning of this episode that this would help you. I want you to pause. If you're watching the video, you can do this with me. Put your hand on your chest. And that actually signals your nervous system to settle down. And you're going to take slow breath in for 4. If you've been following me, if you did Calm Labor Confident Birth Bundle, then you know this. In for 4, out for 6. So we're going to do it together. Okay. So we're going to do it 3 times in a row. We're going to do it once for the podcast, but you can pause and do it 3 times in a row. So ready? Do this in for 4. So in. This activates your parasympathetic nervous system and tells your body that you're safe. So mama, if you're at Target, if you're at the store, if you're in the car, put your hand on your chest and do your in for 4, out for 6. And that will tell your body that you're safe. And it's also training your child to do the same later on. Okay, when you do that, you can also think in your head, or when you're done, whisper to yourself, I am safe, my baby is safe, and I am calm. Now, if that doesn't work and you're still feeling a certain way, go home. Leaving is not failing. That is using your intuition to say, I've had enough. I've had to, now this was more with toddlers, pitch and fits. I've left a grocery cart full of food in the middle of the aisle. And I've walked out of coffee shops with my children. And here's the thing. Celebrate the fact that you listen to your body and to your intuition. It's okay. You will win this another day, I promise. Because here's the thing, you got out of the house, you did the thing, you're building your confidence. And here's what I want you to do every single time, every outing, no matter how it went, I want you to say one thing that you did well. I packed my bag. I didn't forget a diaper. I got to the car. I stayed calm when the baby was freaking out, and stack those wins. I really want you to celebrate the small wins because they are going to build into your mom confidence. Every first time mom, every mom has moments where the outside world just feels too big and scary and too fast. But I promise you, trust your instincts, trust your intuition. Your baby does not need a perfect mom who does it all right every time. Your baby needs you. So every time you walk out the door with your newborn, you're building that new mama identity, that calm, that confident, that capable mom who trusts herself. That's how you build momentum step by step. Don't compare another mom's like 10 years in with your 10 minutes in. There's things that nobody tell you. One, the version of you right now is braver than the version that stayed home yesterday. You are not the same woman you were before you gave birth. You're stronger. You're more intuitive. You're a mama. And your identity is building in these small little courageous steps one day at a time. Mama, we are here to support you. We adore you. Like, I absolutely have such a heart for each and every one of you. I hope you know that. I want to give you real talk and guidance and a community of women that are walking this exact journey with you. As always, I invite you, if you are already delivered, to join Calm Mama Society. It's $19 a month. And so we're here for you. We talk about everything, newborn to boundaries, to sex, to postpartum emotions, feeding, healing, birth trauma, all of it. You don't have to figure it out alone. I'm also always here, a DM away, so you can always send us a DM. We answer all of our DMs. Sometimes our bot goes a little crazy, so bear with us, but just be, persistent. If you loved today's episode, take a second to rate it, review it, share it with a friend who's about to head out the house with a tiny little baby, and tag me in your stories when you take that first outing. I want to hear about it. We read everything that you guys send us, and we love cheering you on. As a mom of 7 and a Gigi almost to 2 babies, I'm here with you. You've got this, mama. Now, grab your keys, girl. Take a deep breath and step out of the house with that calm mama energy. You are more ready than you think. As always, I will see you again next week. Bye for now.